Imagine a world where the extinction event wasn't a singular catastrophe, but a cascading series of failures that have pushed humanity to the absolute brink of biological and societal collapse. You are thrust into the sixth extinction, only to find that reaching critical mass isn't just about surviving the latest disaster, but about navigating a tipping point where every resource spent and every alliance forged determines whether your community rebounds or vanishes forever. But when you discover that enduring this era isn't about hoarding supplies in isolation, but about mastering the complex logistics of group survival in a landscape stripped of all modern infrastructure, you realize that hope isn't found, it's engineered through grit, ingenuity, and superior tactics. Welcome to Critical Mass, the third pulse-pounding, atmospheric, and deeply strategic installment in Tara Ellis's post-apocalyptic thriller series. If you love realistic survival tropes, community dynamics, and stories that explore the sheer, unadulterated thrill of watching protagonists navigate a hostile environment through grit, ingenuity, and superior tactics, this audiobook will completely consume you. It is a masterclass in speculative fiction, blending the visceral crunch of tactical combat with the profound weight of societal reconstruction. The narrative kicks off with our protagonist's struggle to maintain order as external threats converge on their sanctuary, thrusting them into a race against time to fortify their position before the fragile peace shatters under the weight of desperation. The atmosphere is thick with the scent of ash and unwashed bodies, the static of dying radios, and the creeping dread of knowing that every decision could branch into a timeline where they are left alone in the ruins. Ellis excels at capturing the psychological toll of leadership in the face of uncertainty, making every tactical maneuver, every resource allocation, and every narrow escape feel like a high-stakes gamble, where the price of failure is not just death, but the irreversible loss of everything they've built. At the core of the book's massive appeal is its spectacular community leader trope and the brilliant asymmetric warfare dynamic. This isn't just about shooting raiders, it's about understanding the complex ecology of a collapsed society, managing limited resources, and using human ingenuity to outsmart enemies who rely on brute force and superior numbers. Watching the protagonist reverse engineer enemy strategies, craft overpowered gear from rare drops, and completely shock arrogant elites with unconventional trap-heavy tactics is incredibly satisfying. The audiobook narration brings the visceral impact of the combat and the satisfying chiming ding of a massive level up to life, making every milestone feel like a hard-earned victory. But beyond the stats and the slaughter, the soul of the sixth extinction lies in its characters and the heavy burden of memory. The protagonist isn't just a cold, calculating gamer. They are a deeply human individual struggling to maintain their humanity in a system that views them as data. They quickly form bonds with a beautifully dysfunctional found family of fellow survivors who help them navigate the treacherous waters of the new social order. The banter is razor-sharp, providing much-needed levity as their squad watches them casually calculate the damage output of a coordinated strike. Their unbreakable trust provides the emotional grounding needed when the world starts throwing literal world-ending threats their way. As the plot accelerates towards its climax, the pacing becomes utterly breathless. A major horde or a rival faction's assault forces the protagonist to push their abilities to their absolute limits. The finale is a spectacular display of tactical brilliance, overwhelming magical firepower, and raw, unbridled ingenuity. The protagonist doesn't just survive the assault, they completely shatter the local power scaling, using a ridiculous, highly technical combination of skills and crafting to turn the enemy's ultimate attack into a mere stepping stone. The payoff is spectacular, delivering a massive dopamine-fueled victory that proves the most dangerous class in the system isn't the one with the biggest sword, it's the one who understands the rules better than anyone else. Critical Mass is a triumph of the LitRPG and fantasy genres. It is smart, action-packed, and unapologetically addictive. Tara Ellis has crafted a sequel that perfectly captures the thrill of breaking the apocalypse with a stat sheet and a strategy guide. Plug in your headphones, check your stats, and join the climber. The system is live, but his future is bright.